We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Motivated from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Tapping if you real, we don't fake nothing here. Got a team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. MOCA in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. Won't you lead from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Down in the north.
Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Happy Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day, guys. And especially to those who've served in the past, those who are still serving, and those who are no longer here. We thank you for your service. We appreciate you. And to my Nola Bell family, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you for taking the time out to pull up on your girl. If you were here earlier when I popped out with a little live stream, I did announce that I'll be back this evening at 6. I kept my word. And we're here doing what we do, bringing awareness to the stories that need to be told. Every day, guys, it seems that we're in a space to whereas we're losing our young women, we're losing children faster than you can blink an eye. Something is terribly wrong with society. Something is terribly wrong with this world. And until we as a people come together, and until we as a people get on one accord, things are going to continue going on and there won't be answers. But the one thing that's missing in all of this, it appears that the people forgot that God exists. The prayers have stopped. The covering of your children has stopped. The government stepped in and took prayers out of school. Some children, only guidance is through the schools. Because at home, unfortunately, some aren't as blessed as others. And it's a shame. It's a shame. But nonetheless, we're here and we're going to continue bringing awareness and allowing our voices to be heard, giving voices to the voiceless, and letting these families know that they don't stand alone. They may not know us as we don't know them, but we're here for them. We're here for them. And that's what makes my heart glad, knowing that I could stand in the gap for someone I don't know. And before we move any deeper to this commentary, once again, I want to welcome each and every one of you here. Each and every one. If you've not yet hit that like button, please do so for your girl. Tap the emojis to the right. Just double tap your screen, baby. And let a friend of a friend know that MOCA's live. Share out the live, please. It doesn't matter what social media platform. Share it out. Subscribe to the channel. Become a Nola Bell. Let's make this family grow stronger, wiser. Together, as strong as this community can be, we could change lives. We could save lives. One life at a time. We're stronger than we know. And we continue to stick together and do things the right way. But let me do what I do, speaking to my people. Before we get off into the story of beautiful Gabriella, Gabby Sharpe out of Lafayette, Louisiana. I see my sister Sean B is up in here. Hey, sis, welcome back, my love. My beautiful Marty is here, and look at my sister living life. Hey, sister. Rosalind, I see you, my love. My beautiful sister, Dr. J, never miss a beat. Tracy, I see you, sis. Welcome back, my love. Sunshine, welcome, sister. PJ, I see you, my love. Sassy, I see you, boo. Welcome, 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 mama. My beautiful sister, Deidre. Welcome, baby, welcome. Kimberly Earls, I see you, my love. My little sis, Big JJ, not the little one. Welcome, my love. Samantha, I see you, boo. Welcome, beautiful. Welcome. Debbie, welcome, my love. My sister Ann, happy Tuesday, boo. Hey, Tony, welcome, my love. Happy Tuesday, Love Jones. I see you, baby. Happy Tuesday to you. Never fake. I see you up in here. Welcome, boo. I'm enough. Hey, beautiful. Essie, I see you, my girl. April Webster. Hugs right back at you, baby. I see you. I see you. Evelyn Gentry, welcome back, my love. Michelle, I see you, boo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sherry White, welcome, my love. Love all and trust none. Thank you, my love. Sassy, thank you so much, beautiful, for that copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research purposes. Thank you so very much for that, Sassy. I appreciate you, sis. No nonsense. Welcome, my love, beautiful soul. I see you, baby. Welcome. My girl, Dr. J, said they took prayers out of school. The devil is having a field day. And Dr. J, you better know it, sis, he is having a ball. And nobody seems to recognize that. And it's unfortunate. My girl Samantha says, I wrote to the White House asking for prayers to be put back in school. Thank you so much for that, Samantha. Thank you for that. My beautiful sister Rock, thank you for all that you do, sis, and welcome, welcome. Hey, Dale, I see you. I see you. Welcome, love. All right, we're going to get down to the meat and potatoes. I do believe that I did. No, I did not, because look, my girl Leanne. Hey, boo. TM, welcome, boo. Welcome. And we are. I want to believe. Look at my beautiful sister, Dr. J, my sister, then gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, my love. And guys, I don't even have my other device on to see who's got them, but I could check. If you have been so fortunate to receive gifted memberships from my sister, Dr. J, please, please tell my girl, thank you very much. Tell my girl, thank you. I appreciate you, sis. You know I do. So what we're going to do at this point, we're going to move over into our commentary. We're going to get where we need to get tonight. And that is to discuss the story of young girl Gabriella Sharpe out of Lafayette, Louisiana. I'm trying to see who got those memberships. I sure am. But I guess I'll get to them when I get to them. So here we are. And before we get to talking about the investigations, the arrests, the autopsy reports, we need to talk about Gabrielle. Her family knows her as Gabby. Those that know her knows her as Gabby. Because getting to know her is where this story really starts. Where it really starts. Okay, Sunshine got a gifted membership. Carla Henry got one. MS313 received one. Diamond Life also received one. Lola Marie Lemetrius received one. I Came With You Today got one. Shine received one, and the Bushes said. Jai the Great also received one. And I wish you guys could tell my girl, thank you. Thank you. Gabby, as she's known, 18 years old. 18-year-old. She was a senior in Lafayette, Louisiana at Acadiana High School. This beautiful young lady, she dreamed of becoming a beautician. She had this passion. She had this passion for doing hair and makeup. Her family says she had a gift for making people feel beautiful inside and out. Her family went on to say that at only 18 years old, Gabby could brighten up any room that she entered. It said she had the ability to make anybody smile no matter what they were going through, and that's a gift. Welcome, April. Guys, can you make sure you hit that thumbs up button? Like the live for me, please. Don't cost you a thing. So as we sit here and we talk about this young lady, the weekend that we're discussing tonight, it was supposed to be a special one for Gabby. At Acadiana High, it was homecoming weekend. This was a place where Lafayette was alive, as it always is, with music, school colors. Homecoming weekend is a big thing here in Louisiana. Gabby was out there celebrating. She was celebrating with friends, soaking up what should have been one of the best memories of her senior year. But what started out as a night of joy and laughter ended in heartbreak. Pretty wings, welcome, my love. Instead of Gabby's mother shopping for a prom dress come this spring, or planning graduation photos. Thank you so very much, Sister Sean, for that super chat, my love. She's now planning a homegoing instead. Young Gabby was active in her church, active in youth programs. Gabby was a babysitter. Gabby did a lot of volunteering, and she was helping wherever and whomever she could. Gabby's teachers, they described her as being the type of young lady that gravitated towards others. And she helped them in such a way to where she made them feel seen. Preliminary autopsy findings listed her death as medically related, but the cause and manner remains under investigation. But the police does say that this case is very suspicious. And it has not yet been ruled a homicide. Right now, they're waiting on toxicology and cardiopath reports. The students at Acadiana High, they're being counseled. They have grief support counselors there to support them. And tonight we say her name, Gabriella Sharpe. We say her name not as a headline, but that's somebody's baby who deserves safety. She deserved joy, and she deserved to see the future that she planned for herself. Gabby should have been crowned for homecoming, not carried home in grief. Gabby was the middle child in a very tight-knit family. Her big brother above her, she had one brother above her, and she had a little brother. Her mom had just gone through heartbreak. Her little brother had passed away from cancer, and he was only 5 years old. So her mother had already faced the unthinkable once. And now she's living it again. Gabby's close friend says it broke her heart to see her mom lose another child. Any family would want justice. And all this family wants to know right now is what happened to Gabby. Her mother had no words. All she could have come on social media and post was, "My gorgeous Gabby. I can't rest in peace. I love you forever. And I will miss you till I'm with you." That was all her mother could have said. That's the type of pain words could barely hold. So tonight, if you're watching this, wherever you may be, please send that family a prayer, a word of comfort, or just a moment of silence. Cynthia Harmon, welcome, my love. Because no mother should ever have to bury one child, let alone two. And here is where the story of Gabby begins. Here is where it begins. According to Lafayette police and the KLFY TV 10, the story that they tell is the story that they were told. But we know when situations like this happen, the streets talk, especially those that were there. These sources said that Gabby had been downtown with friends, and she met two young men. One goes by the name of Caden Reshort. The other one's name was Jaquan Pierre. Gabby wasn't alone. Gabby was with a friend. Gabby and her girlfriend were together. And they said later that night, she and that girlfriend went with those two back to a residence. According to the Lafayette Police Department spokesperson, they said while Gabby was at that residence, they claimed she experienced what was considered a medical issue. They said her friend that she was with at the time realized something wasn't right. And she supposedly picked up the phone and called Gabby's mother. believing Gabby may have had too much to drink. So then her friend, the one that called the mom, I don't know how far in proximity they were from one another, but the mom tells the friend, look, drive my daughter to the racetrack gas station and I'll meet you all there. Carla Henry, welcome to the chat, my love. So Gabby's friend, the two men, and I do call them men because they were too damn old to be in the presence of these young girls. They drive Gabby over to the racetrack gas station. They met up with Gabby's mother. And by the time they got to that gas station, Gabby was unresponsive. Hell, in my opinion, Gabby was unresponsive when they took her from that apartment where she was at the Sauce party. That's my opinion. While at the racetrack, paramedics, police officers, they perform these life-saving attempts on Gabby. She was pronounced deceased. She was pronounced deceased at the scene. Two men. I'm going to get there. Two men. Caden Reshore, Jaquan Pierre. Later, they were arrested in connection to the investigation. We're going to get there. I want y'all to hear this. Now, they had the nerves to drive Gabby to the racetrack gas station in the name of meeting her mom. Like they had no parts of what was going on. And I do believe Gabby had been at that apartment a long time in that condition before they decided to do something. So here's what the police says. They said a video was circulating on social media, and it was. I saw it. Disgusting. That video that was circulating on social media is what led to the arrest. Both men were charged. One charged with battery, doing the most explicit things with her. And the other was charged with video voyeurism. Investigators says that video plays a large part in this case. Gabby was out of it. Who knows if she wasn't already deceased? But they did the most to her body and had nerves to video it. They arrested her. They bonded out. But bond don't mean innocence, nor does it mean closure. It just means that you're in this and the process is still moving. They did a preliminary autopsy on Gabby. They listed her death as medically related, meaning there was no blunt force trauma, so that was excluded. And there was no gunfire, so that was excluded. Toxicology and cardiopathology tests are still pending, but they know so much. So right now, they haven't ruled it to be homicide because they're still waiting on these reports. All it means is the more tests are being ran. And right now they say the goal wasn't to rush it. They said they wanted to make sure that whatever was written down matches the real truth. So my thing is, why are you dragging your feet? Why? And when they arrested these two on those charges didn't come out of thin air. That investigation started, and first they didn't want to believe that the videos existed. They kept saying on the news, speculation and rumors. They called them social media rumors. But then when the video got in their hands, they saw enough in that footage to move forward with probable cause. And that tells me one thing. They were able to see behavior that was serious enough to call it a crime. And these two nasty men have yet to explain what happened. Showing up at that racetrack gas station in front of Gabby's mother, you acting as if nothing had gone wrong. So the question becomes, if you had nothing to hide, if you had nothing to do with what happened with Gabby, my biggest question in all of this is, why would you abuse her that way and record it? Why? Why capture that night on video at all? And if you truly had no part in what happened, why play the role of a concerned bystander? Standing face to face with her grieving mother. Tony, one was 19 and the other was 24. Now, legally, these two young men, they're entitled to their day in court. And I respect that. But morally, I want to know what kind of mindset films a young woman in that type of distress instead of protecting her. It's easy for people to distance themselves once the spotlight hits. But the truth has a way of circling back. We've seen too many cases where folks act innocent at first, only for evidence to tell the rest of the story later. That's why this case needs full transparency. The video, the timeline, the actions before and after, all of that matters to me, because standing at that gas station pretending to care while that mother's world was collapsing, that's something this community will never forget. Mm. This is insane. That mother had just gone through losing a child. And here she is. Gabby was going out enjoying homecoming night. And instead of her coming back and sharing stories of her homecoming event of her senior year, here it is, her mom is planning a homegoing. I don't get it. But yet the police calls the case suspicious. Mm-mm, not for me. Why does this keep happening to our young girls? Why do so many of our babies leave the house for a night of fun and never make it back home? Why? Gabby's story hurt. Hey, Lisa, welcome. Gabby's story hurt. Not just because of what happened and how it happened, but it hurts because of how familiar it feels. Every time another child is lost. Hey, Kenyana Marie, welcome, sister. It pulls on that same wound within our communities, y'all. A wound built from negligence and protection of the wrong people. It makes no sense to me. But we're going to do what we always do. We're going to turn that pain into purpose. Cool, girl, sis, hey, boo. Turn that pain into purpose. We going to speak it. We going to unpack it. And we going to make sure her name is her. We got to start holding our own accountable. And when I say we have to start holding our own accountable, that means our sons, our nephews, our friends, because somewhere along the way, somebody taught them that recording shit is easier than interviewing. And that right there is a sickness that needs healing. We got to grab these young men. Somebody got to reteach these little young men what protection looks like. Young men these days are not the same young men as our fathers was, as our brothers grew up to be. They don't understand that protections mean if you see something wrong, you stop it. Protection means you don't stay quiet just because it's your friend. Protection means you value somebody's life more than your own reputation. That's how we keep another Gabby from happening. Not by whispering after the fact, but by speaking up in the moment. Gabby's friend, she ain't shit either. And I'm going to get to her. I'm going to get to her. Because I do believe. I wish. I'm looking right now in this chat. Sean and I, we and got dressed to go out. Then ran across a couple of people. We go and kick it with them. First of all, that would have never happened. Because that was in the intent in the first place. I ain't going nowhere that I wasn't intended to go. 18 years old, going out having a good time, and now you done ended up with little thugs and drug dealers. Make that make sense? I do believe that Gabby's friend set her up. I do believe her friend set her up. Because the question still remains, when they were videoing Gabby, when they were touching Gabby in all the wrong places while videoing her, the question remains with MOCA, where the hell was Gabby's friend? Why did she not intervene? I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. Sometimes, like I said, for those of you that missed my live at 12 o'clock today, I want y'all to go back and just replay it for a second. We have to be mindful of who we call a friend. We have to be mindful of who we call a friend. Was that really Gabby's friend? Was it really her friend? Smoking weed, and Gabby wasn't a smoker. Meeting up with drug dealers and thugs. That's not who Gabby was. And that's how people can steer you in the wrong direction. That's how. And now the friend is off the radar. The friend isn't speaking. But the friend would have had a lot of questions to answer. Rather it been from Gabby's mother, a relative, or a concerned advocate. Because, bitch, you got some answers to give me. We don't do things like this. And these young boys. And yes, I did call them boys because well-raised, well-mannered young men would have never been in that position to even think about doing no shit like this. See, this generation here, they're getting fed all the wrong messages. Somewhere along the way. Somewhere along the way, society started teaching our young black men that doing the most outrageous, disrespectful, and degrading things on camera with women makes them somehow popular. But let me be clear about one thing. A recording for social media don't make you famous. It makes you look weak. It makes you look like a punk and a coward. You ain't a man because you could post it. You a man when you could prevent it. You a man when you could protect the woman in the room instead of violating her. And you see, that's the root of it right there. Society keep giving these boys the wrong blueprint. They're learning manhood from music videos, TikToks, instead of fathers who are no longer in the home. They can't get it from mentors because their mama don't care. The mama let them run the home. They have no real example. We're going to have to start rewriting manhood. We got to start rewriting it. Teach them that respect is strength, not weakness. Because every time one of our daughters is hurt by somebody that's raised without accountability, it's a reflection on the community that let it slide. These mamas ain't shit. Somehow, some way, these young men have got to understand that they can't keep moving through life abusing our young women, taking advantage of them for their own pleasures and thinking there won't be consequences. They need to know that liquor and pills don't equal consent, and they fed Gabby both. They need to know that using alcohol or drugs to lower a girl's defense is not a game, it's being a predator. And our young women, they need to hear this too. And I'm saying it with love. Thugs don't make you popular. They often make you a statistic. You don't have to dim your light or gamble your safety just to be seen. And I believe Gabby's friend wanted to be seen. She didn't want to go to the trap house by herself. So she took poor little innocent, gullible, green, don't know the street Gabby. Hey, Miss Antoinette. She didn't want to go to the trap house by herself, y'all. Gabby wasn't a smoker. Gabby wasn't a drinker. But Gabby became the victim. And I always say, if the people that's around you can't protect you, if they can't guide you or lift you higher, then baby, they ain't your circle. That's your fucking warning. Might take you a while to see it, but soon enough, you're going to realize these people are not for you. The red flags, get the hell out and run fast. Gabby's story reminds me that protecting our daughters means we have to also educate our sons. It means we have to teach self-worth early, teaching respect early, and breaking the mindset that these young people have. By no means am I saying that Gabby wasn't taught. It was the company she kept, in my opinion. It was the company she kept. It breaks my heart. Where is the responsibility? We know Gabby was not alone that night. That friend. I ain't here to accuse no damn body, but I just want to know, friend. See, there's such a thing when they say friend or foe. She proved to be a foe that night. All all I want to know is why the hell did she not step in? You see your supposedly friend start to slip up into a dangerous space. Wrong crowd, wrong vibe, wrong energy. That's the moment that you were supposed to say, oh no, Gabby, you ain't built for this. Boo, let's go. That's what you were supposed to say, friend. But you're the one. You're the one who brought your friend around these people that she didn't even know. So you became her protector by default. See, you got to wash the room, wash the drinks, wash the company. But you didn't do none of that because you knew where you were bringing her. You knew what to expect from this because this ain't your first rodeo. You done been to that trap house before, friend. Too many times. Too many times. But you her friend. Bitch, being a friend means more than riding to the party. It means riding for each other's safety as well. It means having enough courage to say we leaving. But you didn't want to leave because you thought you were in hog heaven. 18 years old, hanging out with 23-year-old, 19, 20-year-olds. You thought you were doing something. Thugs and drug addicts. Not drug addicts, drug dealers. And I'm sure they smoke weed. I don't know everything that happened that night. And it's a shame because they're not talking. Even Gabby's mother is in the dark right now and don't know everything that happened that night. They're still trying to put the pieces together. I know every situation can't be saved, but this shit is causing too many lives. Too many. It's a shame. It's a shame. Sean says there should be 3 mothers mourning, not just Gabby's mom. I tell you that. Sean, those were my words exactly when that story came out. Those were my exact words. I wouldn't have been the only one in the morning. JJ, the monsters out here is real. Debbie said the devil is taking hold of these young minds, and they are. Tony said, Mocha, I was out and about last night, and a guy tried to come on to me, and I said, excuse me, I'm married. And he acted like I was single. I put my hand in my purse, and he finally got the message. And you know what's sad? They don't take no for an answer. Like it's a sickness. Hey, Marty Waddy. Like it's a sickness. You know? And if you seem timid and naive, They're going to walk on you like they could take it. I wish to hell. JJ said it's been said, the good go young because they're being protected from evil. I hate to hear that. Hey, Tina, these children never had a chance. They never had a chance. I'm with you, sunshine. I wish they locked them the hell up. And what I know right now, they were initially picked up prior to the video. They were picked up. That's when they bonded out. Now that the video has been circulating all over social media, they got rearrested. One of them is being held on no bond. And the other, the bond is so high. Hey, niece, they're still sitting there at this moment, as they should be. Because at some point, one of you would tell me what the hell happened to my daughter. That part, and that friend had ill intentions for Gabby from the start. Today we spoke about jealousy. Gabby was a beautiful young lady. See, those are the type of people that you have to be very, very, very mindful of. You have to be very mindful. Gabby had ambitions and she had goals. And I want to know, that friend, what was her goals? What type of ambition did she have? Jealousy. And I do believe, and it's just my belief, I believe friend wanted to be with one of them grown thugs. She knew what they were capable of. And I do believe that friend didn't want to be with a grown thug by herself and took Gabby along with her. I want to believe that friend was somewhere in another room with the older thug, doing things she had no business doing. Left Gabby alone with a total stranger, somebody she knew nothing of. Gabby stuck in another room with somebody she didn't know what their intentions were. First time ever being in their company. Deborah Crosby, welcome, my love. And things went left. That's my belief. These stories are getting worse and worse. That part, Tony, these young people definitely don't believe in respect. And I'm with you, sunshine. That friend needs to be locked up. Poor Gabby did not stand a chance. And I do believe that friend of Gabby's wanted to get real close to these thugs. Something in my gut is telling me the thugs wasn't as interested in friend. That's what I want to believe. That's what I want to believe. And Gabby was the trap. Gabby was the way in. Poor baby never made it to the homecoming dance. Hey, Mariah, welcome, baby. Ann said, it's sad. It seemed like guys drugged and took advantage of her. That's what they did. That's what they did. And not only did they drug her and took advantage of her, you drug her, took advantage of her, and recorded it. That's sick. That's worse than Keon King and abuse of a corpse. But I'm hoping when these people finish doing what they're doing with the autopsies and the preliminaries and all this other stuff with Gabby, I'm praying that these little suckers get that same charge with Keon. Because in my opinion, she was already gone. She was already gone before they even took her to the trap house to go meet her mom at the racetrack. My girl Leanne says, I had an alleged friend for 20 years who turned her back on me at the snap of a finger. Friends ain't what they used to be. Can't call everyone a friend. Some of the ones are the knives in your back. And girl, you better, girl. I'm telling you, Ann. Miss Antoinette, I'm reading your comments. You in the wrong story, boo. Miss Antoinette, you must be talking about, you're talking about Kata. We're not talking about Kata, boo. We're talking about a Gabby from out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Jay says, you know what they say? Tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. Girl, I live by that. My mom says that. She instilled that in me all my life. She does look sneaky, Ann. Ooh, Ann says, they say don't judge a book by its cover. But sometimes you have to. I believe that, Ann, especially not only with what's going on in these streets that's not real and ain't adding up. Shit, these YouTube streets ain't shit either. You gotta judge these books. I do believe Gabby was set up. I do believe she was set up. And we're losing too many of our young children. Too many. This young girl left and never made it home. And that's becoming a norm. That's becoming a norm. That baby's mama Instead of celebrating her daughter's senior year, she's grieving all over again, now planning a funeral. Kenyetta Marie said, my daddy always said, friends ain't friends. They're just some cool ass people. Girl, your daddy's right. Thank you, Sassy. Sassy said, we may not save them, but the more you speak out on it, you bring awareness. So keep speaking, MOCA. Thank you, boo. And it ain't just MOCA. We are all speaking on it. And I love the community that we've built because we stand for what's right. And we have these children. We have these young ladies. We have their best interest at heart while still remaining within integrity. My heart hurts for all of these families that's going through the unthinkable when it comes to I'm going out and I'm shopping to make sure my child has a beautiful time, waiting for him to come back and show the pictures and talk about how it was. And you never get that moment. You never get that moment. It's a shame. Tony says, I'm that chick that don't discriminate. Anybody can get it if you harm one of my children. We're going in two different directions. I'm going to jail and you going to meet the maker of us all. And Tony, that's a fact. As harsh as it may sound, Libra justice, welcome, my love. Oh, that's Ann. I'm looking at Libra justice. That's Ann. But no, we ain't doing that. And you know what, Ann? I do believe they've done this shit before. I do believe that these young men done this shit before and thought they could have gotten away with it. Michelle says, you know you're sick in the head when you want to take advantage of someone that is lifeless or who cannot fend for themselves. Tina says, this case reminds me of Mahogany Jackson. Don't it? Don't it? We have to be mindful of how we use that word friend. TM says, I tell my granddaughter all the time, there's no such thing as a friend, and it's not. Oh no, not these days. Niece, boo, you can't trust no damn body. Can't trust them. That word friend, that shit is overrated as hell. And said I had to stop calling females my friends. My so-called best friend since childhood slept with my husband behind my back. These women ain't shit. Who raised them? No morals. No damn morals. And they do this shit for shits and giggles. They do this, hey, Anonymous, welcome, my love. They do this shit. Kimberly, I see you, boo. Welcome, boo. They do this shit for giggles. And what do you get out of it? What the hell do you get out of it other than being a hood rat? My girl Leah is in here. I see you, boo. Hey, Denise, welcome. Sean says, and that's really unfortunate because good people do still exist. Trust is hard to give, that part. Then you find yourself trusting the wrong people, thinking that they have same intentions as you. This young girl gone too soon. And it's a shame because there are stories after stories after stories that's similar to this one. You leave home walking and talking and laughing and smiling with the promises of returning. Paula E., welcome, my love. Only to come back laying down. Anonymous says, in my 58 years on this earth, I've dropped all but one of my female friends. Sometimes it's worth your peace. In all my years, and I've been on this good earth 62 years. My best friend, my ride or die, my everything is my mama. Women ain't shit. Let me tell you what I was taught. Call me old fashioned. Call me whatever. I was raised to not have women running in and out of your house. I was raised that way. I'm not going to sit in another woman's house all day. Because ain't no woman supposed to come sit in yours all day. Ain't no girlfriend. Ain't no friendship that close, especially when you have a family. If you don't want nothing, and you don't want to accomplish nothing, and you want your household to always be in an uproar because you're not doing your part as a wife and a mother, just open your door to a so-safe friend that want to come sit all day, every day. Nah, we ain't doing that. Because when you open your doors and you start letting them come and go as they please, then they know more of what's going on in your house than you know in your own. They know your movements. They know your spouse's movements better than you know them. We don't do things like that. We don't do things like that. Oh, Lord. Somebody's coming in my driveway. I don't know who it is, but they're going to be there for a little while. But nonetheless, guys, no, we have to be mindful of how we say we got a friend. We have to be mindful of how we adapt to people. Anonymous, don't laugh at me. You heard that alarm. See, I'm telling you, I stay protected. I can hear you before I see you. And that's not even my security camera. That's just an alarm at my driveway. And Mocha's knows she ain't expecting nobody. Because everybody that's supposed to be here is already here. So if you're driving up in my driveway and you didn't get an invitation, you're going to be out there. because nobody comes here unannounced. But neither here nor there. We still have to be mindful as to who we allow to leech upon us and want to wear the title as friends. My girl, my sis says, when I was married, my husband was my best friend living. I know that's right, sis. I know that's right. Tony says, Mocha, I don't have company hanging out at my house, and I'm not going to yours. Bullseye. Tony, that part. That part. Christian, what are you doing here? You back already? I made sure there were no intruders as I came in. Girl, you're crazy. But this story breaks my heart, y'all. This story breaks my heart just like every other story we do breaks my heart. My niece said, Auntie, what's that? Boo, I have an alarm at my driveway. And it's at the very edge of my driveway. If you roll up in my driveway, and my driveway is damn near no, it's long. I hate people walking to go to the mailbox. That's how long it is. It's like walking a track. And I want to see you. I want to know you're there before you even reach my front door. So I get an alert. Even if a cat run across my yard, I know something is there. Sean said, I've gotten out of my bed at 2 in the morning to go stand and watch my friend on a date with the dude she met. I'm that kind of friend. See, that's when they don't make them like you no more. They don't make them like you no more, girl. My girl living life says, I'm a loner. I don't have no female friends. Join the party, sis. Join the party. Sassy says we get so caught up in the worldly shit that we don't pay attention to God and his message. He gives us signs, but we ignore them all the time. All the time. My girl Denise says, Mocha, that's why I don't claim everyone as my friend. I've lost my closest friend. She was my first cousin. And my other BFF, she lives in Maryland. My cousin took my secrets to her grave. That's loyalty. That's loyalty. I don't do that shit. Carla Henry said, yep. My friends knew when my husband come home and when he leave. That, see, Carla Henry, I couldn't do that shit. Bitch, why are you watching my house? Why are you watching what goes on here? JJ said, that's why I don't like labels at all. And I get it. JJ said that was part of the plan. Fuck a label. You better know it, Jay. Tina says, my client's sister says, if you go sit at someone's house, you're going to bring back a bone. I didn't know what she was saying, but now I know. Don't bring home bones and scraps. That's gossip. All in your house. All in your house. My niece said, I don't have no girlfriend. I have sisters. That's it and that's all. You have to be mindful. You have to be mindful. Tina laughing. Look, Tina done threw some cards in his damn chat. I'm coming to see you, Mocha. Beep, beep. You will be outside. You will definitely be outside, Tina. Y'all, I am so serious about people pulling up at my house. I promise you. I promise you. Let me tell you something. It's so serious here. My mother tells me, well, I don't need to visit you because there is no damn way I have to call you to let you know it's me in your driveway. Anonymous, you got that right. I'm going to hear you first. I'm going to hear you first, Anonymous. Then I'm going to look on that camera and I'm going to see who it is. And you know what's sad, Anonymous? I could see you out there. I could know who it is out there. But if I didn't know beforehand, Anonymous, if I didn't know beforehand that you were coming, and if we didn't have that conversation, Anonymous, I will sit here like I'm not here. You don't just roll up on me because I wouldn't just roll up on you. Because that's not what we do. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, but that's who I am. You ain't come and disturb my peace. Marty said, my bestie of 35 years has gone to be with the Lord. We sent her home. Oh, I remember that, Marty. I don't need a new bestie. Nobody can hold the bond we had. And Marty, that's a hurtful thing, you know. When you had that part, when you had that bestie, can't be replaced. That can't be replaced. Samantha said, I'm struggling. I'm struggling with something similar to what you said about friends. I have reason to believe that my coworker friend is riding on my gift. She's supposed to be my co-leader, but never do anything. That's your sign right there, Samantha. That Samantha, if you're able to see it, you're able to see it and your gut is telling you, Samantha, that's it. That's it. Don't ever question your gut. Don't ever question it. You know how many people are out there that's not who they say they are? And all they want to do is take your place. That's what they want to do. Smiling in your face the whole time with that invisible knife. Be mindful and trust your gut. Ann said, I'm my own best friend. I ain't gonna do nothing to hurt myself. I know that's right. She wasn't your friend to begin with, sis. Sean said we're no longer friends because when I got married, she became jealous. Stop speaking to me. See, ain't no friend like that, girl. I be careful with these raggedy bitches. And that's why y'all have always heard me say I don't do back end shit. I don't do these back end conversations, and I don't let people get close to me like that. I never have. So when them lies started circulating about MOCA said this and MOCA apologized and MOCA, man, y'all gonna stop that shit. You don't let people get in your energy like that. Leah said I had a best friend for years, messing around with my daughter's dad, and his aunt and grandma tried to tell me. But because I loved her so much, I didn't believe this shit. Ooh. Ooh. Now my first cousin or my sister, cousins, friends. Oh Lord, this thing becomes deep, y'all. Tina said, "Oh, Tina, she was murdered when she was 10." Oh, Tina, I'm so sorry, baby. Kristen, you know what? Look at you, alarms and spotlight. Shh, Uh, Kristen, be quiet. Sassy said, "I'm the same way. Not only can I see them, but they see me too." Oh well, you didn't tell me, and I don't do pop-ups. That part, girl. Mm-mm. And they didn't want to come and get comfortable. Not here. When it's time for a cookout and it's time for you're gonna know about it. I'm gonna invite you. Natasha said, "That's why I'm on the third floor. You ain't about to pull up on me that easy, girl. Girl, we don't do uninvited. We don't do that. We don't do that." That's right, Dr. J. That's right. That's right. Dr. J said, "Samantha, remember, God sends us signs. Oftentimes we overlook them. The discerning spirit is real. Trust it." That part. And I thank God each and every day for discernment. Because had it not been for discernment, right here on social media, we would be knee deep in shit if we would not follow discernment. Because the devil is real. But we claim victory over that. The devil is now a liar. Denise said, "Mocha, when you talking about private, I'm truly private. I'm an introvert. So you know introverts don't care to have people around them, and they don't." Kimberly said, "I'm so grateful that my best friend and I have been friends for 30 years and have never betrayed one another." Kimberly, that's a blessing. Living life, girl. Leaders, yeah, and you, baby, you took the right avenue. Leave shit right here, girl. Denise said, "It's deep to hear this. You never think your friends would turn on you, but somebody missed the sign because it had to be red flags somewhere. Eventually, they show you who they are. They show you who they are at some point." Welcome, Charlotte Stewart. My girl says she's just waking up. Debbie, you understand? I'll be antisocial. I sure would. But you got to love you. You got to love you. Who wants to be around somebody that knows your moves or your next moves better than you? Oh, no. Uh-uh. Leah said, "My mom taught us that women sharpen women like knives sharpen knives. A polished woman will always teach you younger how to be polished as well. Takes a special kind of energy." Anonymous says, "It takes a special kind of energy to come through my doors." Oh, Lord. Anonymous. And I love children, but mine are grown and gone. I done child-proof this house. Anonymous didn't want to pull up with children. I have no business yelling at other people's children. Don't do this. Don't do that. Baby, be careful. You're going to hurt yourself. Oh, baby, don't touch that. I just cleaned that glass off. Oh, Anonymous, I ain't got time for that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Oh, no. But guys, these stories, back to these stories are so heartbreaking. And we got to do better. We used to live in a day and time where, we would say like, oh, that's not my business. That's them, Miss Antoinette. Miss Antoinette, that's them the badass children. Miss Antoinette, them little children that don't have no home training. Always begging. And as soon as they get to your house, Miss Antoinette, they hungry. Oh no, oh no. Uh-uh. But these stories, y'all, back to these stories, they're getting worse and worse by the day. And we have to do what we have to do. Poor Gabby. Let me see. I have a picture of her. Hold on. I had to put me back on the stage. I put that picture there to give you guys an opportunity to see who Gabby was. Such a beautiful young girl. Gabby's light was dimmed at a very young age. Very young age. This type of pain, I wouldn't wish that on nobody. We have to do better. We definitely have to do better. We have to be mindful of the company that we keep. Lisa, Gabby left home going to a homecoming celebration. Ended up being with a so-called friend and took a wrong turn and ended up with two thugs that meant them no good. Gabby never made it back home. Not alive. She made it back, but she wasn't alive. We have to be mindful. We have to be mindful. This story is still developing. There's so much more to uncover to this story. And I will be covering this story because it hits too close to home. This should have never. Look at my niece. Thank you, my love. Thank you for that super chat, girly, girly, girly. I appreciate you, and I appreciate y'all for supporting me the way that you do. And Miss Antoinette, you know what's really sad? Let me tell you what's really sad, Miss Antoinette. That so-safe friend of Gabby that took Gabby to that trap house to meet these thugs. She's sad. She needs to be arrested, whipped, or whatever. Because when she called Gabby's mother and told Gabby's mother she thought Gabby was having a medical issue, this bitch knew that Gabby was already deceased. And she and them two thugs put Gabby's lifeless body into a car and delivered her to her mom, already deceased. Who does things like that? We none know how we're going to leave this world. We none know when we're going to leave this world. But that's a hell of a way to go. And for her mother, to have to go meet these no good, dirty people, thinking that she was going to take her daughter to the emergency room. She met them only to receive a lifeless body. That had to have been a pain of all pains. Indeed, Gabby was beautiful. That's why we keep speaking her name. Gabby had ambition. Gabby had dreams. Gabby had goals. "18 years old. These people have no morals, no values. They don't care about human life anymore. Hell, we're talking about they don't care about human lives. They don't even care about their own lives. Because here you are throwing your own life away over nonsense. Nonsense. And I hate hearing parents. We all raise our children to the best of our abilities. And we want to believe that when they walk outside of our doors, they leave with what we've instilled in them. This day and age, I hate to hear parents say what their child won't do. Maybe parents needs to rephrase that shit and say what their child won't do in their presence. And I do believe if Gabby was in her own core, Gabby would have not gone with that friend. Miss Antoinette said they're watching too many damn horror movies. Something going wrong. Not just, girl, I wouldn't say horror movies, Miss Antoinette. These young children out here being grown before their times. That's what I believe. That's exactly what I believe. I don't know, y'all laughing at Marty. I must have missed something Marty said. Marty is something else, child. And I love her for it. Marty is a hoot. But we didn't come out here to stay all night, guys. This was just a story I was introducing to you all, knowing that there's an extension to it. And I had to, bring you all the beginning of the story because there's more to unravel. We're going to also come with updates to the other stories that we followed. Updates to Kata Scott. We have updates for that. There are stories out there. There are stories out there. And they get more and more difficult each and every time. But to Gabby's family, to her mother, I wanted her to know with everything that's in me, I'm there for you. I'm with you. Pray healing for your family. And I know it's not easy. It's not easy. It's never easy to go through anything like this. And I can't say I know how you feel because I've never been in those type of shoes. But we're here. And we're going to keep saying Gabby's name until justice rings. Because that baby deserves justice. Nobody deserves to leave this world the way these young children are leaving the world today. This is insane. We have stories out here that needs our attention. I was going to do a two-parter tonight, but then this one here, I got carried away with it. So I'll come back with the other part of what I was going to do with this one, possibly tomorrow. I don't know. May do a noonday if I don't have nothing to do or nowhere to go. I don't know. The little girl, what's this other little girl name? She was a little Gabby too. Gabby, Gabby, something starts with a T. The little girl who mama don't want to say what the hell she is. She's a story. She's a story. So, y'all, it's a lot. It's a lot. And we collectively have to do better. And I came out here, like I said, to introduce the story. Never out here for a long time. But we make the best of the time we have because we keep good company over here. We keep good company over here. And that's what makes it beautiful. My girl Sassy says, I'm thankful for what you speak on and stand for, MOCA, but damn, Praying for justice is getting way too much. We're losing these babies by the minute, and we are. And that's the sad thing. It's a sad thing. And every day, y'all, this is getting heavier and heavier and heavier every day. All right. Good night, Marty. God bless you, baby. Every day. And I promised myself last week that one day a week, we're going to have soft conversations. I can't flood me every night with these hard stories. We have to make a day for relaxation and just socializing. That's her, Kristen. Thank you, boo. Gabby Terrellon, the little girl who's been missing for months. Nobody knows where she is, 10 years old. Mama playing crazy. Been homeless for God knows how long, living in parks, living in cars, living in motels, wherever the hell they been living. Now the mama locked up. They done put that bond so high she would never walk out. But she's still sitting there playing crazy and don't want to say where the little girl is. I come on every night at 6, Deborah. Every night. But we got some more stories to unpack. And we just have to stay prayed up. My girl said it's her birthday Thursday. Oh, you have to come see us. Well, no, you don't be on your birthday. Wednesday, girl. Wednesday, girl. We're going to have to celebrate you Wednesday since it's your birthday. Yes, sunshine. That's where she was from, girl. Florida. But we're going to cover that story. But we're going to celebrate our sister living life on tomorrow. It's her birthday. She's going to be with her family and friends on Thursday and them grandbabies. And she's been riding with me from day one. When I tell you ride or die, that's my sister. And we're going to celebrate my girl on tomorrow because it's her birthday. It's her birthday. But anyway, guys, neither here nor there. I'm going to say good night. I'm going to say God bless you all. I'm going to say I love you all. Love on your children. Love on them. Pray for them. Keep them covered. Because the world today ain't the world we used to know. It ain't. Marty, we got Melody Buzzard. Baby, we got Melody Buzzard. We got her too. The stories are here to be told. So we're going to do what we were called to do. Leave the drama where it is. We don't have room for that. We have things to do. But I want you all to be blessed. Thank you all for pulling up on me. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Thank you all for hitting that like button, sharing the live out, getting these stories out. And y'all continue to pray for me as I do what I do. Because it ain't easy. It ain't easy. The stories are hard. The hate is real. But my purpose don't stop. So I'm going to say, I love you all. Good night. God bless. And we're going to roll up out of here the grown and sexy way tonight. And I'll see y'all, Gospel Live, the same time on tomorrow.
Stepping in the spot, confidence on display, elegance in motion, we move our way. No time for games, we've outgrown the chase. In this grown and sexy space, we set the pace. Eyes meet, the vibe is right. Conversations deep into the night, sipping on wisdom, age like wine. In this moment, everything aligns. Grown and sexy, feel the groove. Mature rhythms make us move. No drama here, just pure delight. Living for the moment, owning the night. Oh, 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 oh. Dressed to impress, but it's more than the clothes. The aura we exude, the life we chose. Sophistication in every glance. In this dance of life we enhance. Laughter echoes, stories unfold, sharing secrets, being bold. In this circle, trust is key, a sanctuary for you and me. Grown and sexy, feel the groove. Mature rhythms make us move. No drama here, just pure delight. Living for the moment, owning the night. Refined, lessons learned now intertwined. In this ambiance we find our peace, a grown and sexy masterpiece. Oh, 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 oh. Leaping through the fire and urge we fight. Lessons learned now intertwined. In this ambiance we find our peace, a grown and sexy masterpiece. Feel the groove, mature rhythms make us move. No drama here, just pure delight. Living for the moment, owning the night. As the night fades, memories remain of the time where joy and wisdom reign. Until we meet again in this space, grown and sexy, full of grace.
Good night, everybody. God bless you. And my beautiful sister, Kristen, I love you even more. You know that. Thank you so very much for always supporting the channel. Guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Tonight we did another Justice and Hope edition. More to come. In love and memory of Gabriella, Gabby, Sharpe, Alpha 2007, Omega 2025. Gone too soon, Gabby. Gone too soon, beautiful. Over here, purpose over popularity. We remain who we are, and there are more stories to be told. Good night, everyone. God bless.